flu is better today. Thank you so much for your advices. I want us to go through a bit of this and that for the Senzomewa case as we are waiting for tomorrow. Guys, it's a lot. It's a lot, guys. It's a lot that is going on. I hope you're having a good Sunday. I cannot believe that I thought today would be Monday. It's because of the long weekend, I suppose. But hey, here we are. I was listening to something there. It's not listening to anything now. Okay. Guys. Good morning. How are you doing? How is everyone doing? The flu is better today, guys. Even the headache. I needed to drink something midnight last night. What was it? Camphor. I don't know what you call, but I had to drink camphor. City camphor rocket in Eastern Cape, so I had to drink that for the headache. I think bendinenyongo more than anything. So now we're sending a puzzle in the cellar camphor to maintain kwehlisa inyongo nje. I don't even understand why ndizona nenyongo kodwa I don't eat izinto ezisweety. Okay, maybe coffee here and there. Nakhona naye I'm not always drinking coffee. So nje mina nje health wise impilo yami nje inochuku. Good morning Siphamandla, unjani bhuti wami? How are you doing? Anyway, before we get into today's live, I just want to check what did we last spoke about, and then we will go through the other things after that. We'll go through. Oh, okay. We had a live yesterday. Nolubabalo, hi. Auna peace, Nolubabalo, auna peace. Only my mother is allowed. My late mother, only her. My sound is low. Okay, can you hear me now? Only my late mother was allowed, not wena, Nolubabalo. Nolubabalo, stop. Nanjola, morning, unjani sisi. The sound is too low. Am I fine now? Am I audible now? Good morning, Siphamandla, unjani Kadid. Uyenza ngebomu Nolubabalo, uyenza ngebomu. Intentionally. Good morning to Mimodi. Say, Sipo, morning, Noni. Hope you are feeling better today. Kuyasa. Can't wait for tomorrow. Listen, Sipo, I'm feeling better. Last night, I think around midnight, I had to drink a camphor and but I had to drink a camphor, and then I realized I've forgotten actually, because I know when I have this headache that is here only here, but for some weird reason, I forgot about that. So I got up because I was thinking, so what am I supposed to drink? Then I went to drink a camphor. That's when I finally slept after I drank a camphor, because that headache kept on coming and going. Then eventually ndaba right, ndalala. So nalapha ndiyayiva nje kancinci, so ndivukile namhlanje. Ndaphinda, I drank the camphor again, and then I ate a banana, and I drank my it's not medication per se, it's vitamins. Yes, I drank my vitamins, and then I hope I'm gonna be very fine after this. Okay? The flu is very much better, Yona. Very, it's there, but it's better. Ziningi, morning, Noni, I can't wait. Listen, guys, all of us can't wait for tomorrow because guys, okay, I'm gonna share in my previous notes from last year and the things that I just remembered, and then I went through and I checked. I was like, "Hi, Ustain, we are trying Ustain. But before that, masqale to the comment section. Yeah, yesterday's video, ne? Then we are going to go through we're gonna go through everything else. Can go after that, ne? Let me see if I can get to your comments from yesterday. I always prefer to really appreciate you guys by mentioning your names and making sure that everybody knows that I appreciate them. So we had Vivian Moremi. Hi Noni, I'm fine, just waiting for Monday to see what will be happening there. Exactly. All of us are in a hurry for Monday. And then user urata akayihloniphi defense wenza ungathi uyakhohlwa ukuthi nabo bamele abasolwa uvese abathethise nje, and he's rude when he does that. He is you Abigail, the whole defense on Monday iyabe ivuta shem. I can't wait for Monday. Yes, clearly sonkeke sana, we can't wait for Monday. Okay, user sisinoni uphole alikho alingafiki olamanqamu Monday kuratha. Yeah, uzoba ne-meltdown Uzux, wishing you a speedy recovery. Girl, utamkhulu Ratha is giving us stress. He is. Thank you so much, Zux. Thank you very much. Who else? Ugabi Hlongwane Mlotshwa. Hello, Gabi. Those are the comments that I can see right now. I could be wrong. I think there is more, but I don't see them. Okay, we will check them later. Guys, can we please like the live? Kindly, please do me a favor. Like the live. There are 3 dots at the bottom of your phone. If not, they are on top of your phone. Click on those 3 dots and then you will see the like button. Click once so that you don't unlike while you thought you were liking too much. Just click once and move on. Please do that for me. And then if you see that side where there is a heart, then you can click that at a later stage as many times as you like. But for likes, please go to those 3 dots, click there, then you will see like button and then you click on it. Please do that for me. I really appreciate you guys doing that. Thank you so much. When now you guys are my people, man. You are my people, right? You are my people. Okay, I'm going to my notes now. Actually, laptoping in some. Okay. All right. Guys, do you remember last year when Ustein was giving his evidence? Okay. Ustain's evidence, I'm gonna tell you now some of the highlights of the things that he told the court. He told the court that he established a link between accused contacting each other before the murder. Do you guys remember? He said the accused contacted each other before the murder. Do you guys remember that? And then this was repeated even during the time of Hos, and Hos said, no, that's not what I meant. I meant Uguti, not all accused. Do you guys remember? And then Umnisi also was like, sir, did you actually say that they all spoke together? And then Hos quickly changed that. Do you guys remember when that happened? Yes. It comes from also Ustein, because he also said that. He is an analyst, right? And an investigating officer of some sort, investigating the cell phone data on that cold case unit, right? And he said a lot that I am going to make sure I keep it close tomorrow to see if it's going to be the same as what is going to be on his statement or affidavit that he is going to give it tomorrow morning. I'm waiting for him, yes. So he said the accused, there is a link that he found between the accused conducting each other, right? As if that did not shock us, okay, he also said that accused number 5, Untuli, made cell phone contact with Meyiwa's then girlfriend at the time of the planning, Kelly Kumalo, twice before the fatal shooting, which Nduli conducted Ukeli twice. This was August 2014. And then this was October 2014. October, that was a fortnight before the goalkeeper was murdered, right? That's what he also mentioned. And then he also said that they found pictures of accused number 3 that are showing that he had dreadlocks at the time. And these dreadlocks, he had them on the day of Senzo Meyiwa's murder. That's something else that he mentioned, right? And then, because they were trying by all means to make sure they are found guilty of this crime. And then he also spoke about the swim swap that was done on Meyiwa's number just a day after he was gunned down in Vosloorus, right? This was dropping, like, we were like, yo, when we were hearing this evidence. Do you guys remember? When we were hearing this evidence, we were like, yo, hi, bayenzi. Like, there was that doubt even from us. But then again, we were like, let's wait. Let's wait for cross-examination. And let's also wait for Vodacom to come. Do you understand? Do you understand ukuthi besibane heart palpitations ezinjani last year in August, guys? Do you guys remember? We used to, every time they were saying things, because there was something that was off about this whole story of people that entered the house. There was something there. There was something there. So now, this stain evidence had to stand the test of time, which is cross-examination number 1, right? And then it had to stand the test of time, which is Binki's evidence, right? And in August last year, they saying things will change like this, drastically like this. We didn't know. Oh Lord, we didn't know. We were so in the dark. We didn't know. Jeremiah, hey Noni, how are you feeling? I'm feeling so much better, my brother. I'm feeling so much better. Thank you so much. Thank you. We didn't know. It was not enough though, because the accused could have said that we know each other. Let's say number 1 would say, but joking. So it was not enough, but they had to make sure they find means, ways. Hey, when I say means and ways, I did not think that they will go this far where we are today. They went beyond and above. Beyond and above, that's where they were. That's how far they crossed avenues, they crossed oceans. Bayenjenje go Pacific Oceans, bayenjenje go Indian Oceans. They were like, Kanti, we are going to make sure. We are going to nail them. They did what? They took them and put them as Pambane and Jesu. They were like, we are putting you people at the cross. Bah, 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 bah. Only Jesus wakes up from the cross, not just normal people. Bah, bah. That's what they were doing to the guys. And we were like, Kaziko Zalankomoni. Asinguni people were like, Kaziko Zalankomoni. And we were shocked, guys. We were shocked. We were worried at the same time. This is way before even Danzi can take a stand and speak his truth. And then we were like, oh, webana, nitini, sipi apa. Oh, le quoting I guys. I forgot about it. I forgot about my quotes. Oh, okay. Focus, Noni, focus. Like, seriously, guys, there was a lot of things that came in. There was a lot of things. There was also, they were not yet identified. It was only Zandi who identified Untan's accused number 2 as an intruder, as the intruder, but now, apparently, legally, you can't go and identify someone who's on the dock. You need to identify them somewhere, wherever they do identification. Not just, like, decide to go to, yeah, kiwena silapa. Uyabo? Ay, sana. Spamandla, how dare you? Don't speak like that. Ixesha yangiqeda when he flew. So nje bekukuningi obekusenzeka. And then so the identity situation was still rocky. It was a rocky patch, It was because now you needed to say this is the person. So Uzandi did that, and that apparently it's not qualified. It doesn't qualify because you can't say this one is an intruder. Only when you see them there, in the dock. You need to see them outside there and then come again and identify. So that one, well, it's rata, but it's not supposed to work, right? And then that's when we understood now why uKelly Khumalo, to a certain degree, they never called her, because now things were starting to come out. Uguti, Kelly Khumalo had a communication with YQ's number 5. Like, this thing is so dangerous, guys. It is so dangerous for the state, financially so. And do you know what else? I think there is someone who said it before, and I think we spoke about briefly, even me and Kwazi, on a live some time back, few weeks ago, I think. Maybe last week or the week before, I don't know. But imagine the state, these guys get acquitted, guys, right? And then it's I choose 1 to 5. I choose 1 is serving 2 12-year sentences concurrently, right? So they are going together for 2 different crimes, right? And then I choose number 2 is not serving for anything, right? So for I choose number 1, it's not, yeah, but it's, maybe in 6 years he will be out. I choose number 2, well, once he gets acquitted, he's acquitted period, he goes and sue the state for wrongful arrest, for distress, for emotional damage, for psychological, for loss of income. There is a lot. So Ndanzi's one is Ndanzi alone is going to cost the state. Fine. No, I choose number 1 for torture, there's a lot. And then he is also going to, but the most person who's going to cost the state there is a Bongani Dance. Then I choose number 1, not really, but he can also, he's gonna cost the state money. And then I choose number 3. He is going to count the isolation, everything that was happening that was not meant to be supposed not to be happening when he was in jail, but was happening because of this Senzo Meyiwa case, and a lot of things that he complained about since he came through when it comes to this case. Fine. And then imagine now the state is put in a situation whereby, what can we do? And he's like, I'm so weak. And then they are now weighing their options, money or giving. I choose number 3, parole, right? After I choose number 3, but bendizo parole in any case. How about Niqimityalala? Do you guys understand those things, Ababantu, that are costing the country? This is very dangerous in those levels, guys, because now imagine umnisi seka negotiator pa esithi okay besizofuna, I'm making an example, 10 million rand, but because you guys are saying resources are not that much, so we're gonna want 5 million rand, and then the other 5 million rand we want to choose number 3 out of jail. Do you guys understand those things? And then it comes to I choose number 4. He's like, I want 10 million, and then he's like, okay, if you can't give me then I want out, like an immediate don't right now. Do you understand? So now these people are out of jail. I choose number 1 out, not finish his sentencing. I choose number 3. I choose number 4. Let's go to I choose number 5. I choose number 5 is serving 6 life terms in prison. This is how the police don't think. There are people that are happy that he's going to spend his life in jail. And yes, it's the right thing to do also. I'm happy when a criminal is caught and is serving for their crimes. Yes, that's the right thing to do, because his danger to society, etc. Even the other 3, 4, 5 years, right? They are danger to society. But I choose number 5 seemingly is the worst one, because he got a life sentence. Sharp. Now, I choose number 5 is like, I don't want any money. I'm fine financially. Did you hear Mosi? He had 29,000 rand while he's in jail. And he's like, now I want my freedom. He's like, I want my freedom. Imagine that, guys. He says, I want my freedom. Now there are people that know Uguti, why choose number 5 is supposed to be in jail for life. Now the state must negotiate with the criminal regarding that. Do you understand? Because someone who's an investigator decided to play dirty and not do things right. I don't think police understand when they do these things, Ukuchi. It's costly to the people who were victims of the person, to the country at large. Now you are bringing back a dangerous person to the community because now the state can't pay them. These are things that could happen in this situation. Do you see how bad it is? And someone there did not think of those things at all. They did not. They were selfish. They were thinking of the right now that is going to serve them, the right now that has nothing to do with a bigger picture. They did not think of it. The bigger picture to them was to get these guys convicted for a crime they know nothing about, and then we move on. They stay in jail, including Mungandanzi that did nothing. That's how selfish the investigators were when it comes to this. Do you guys understand? Sonje, the whole situation, it is bigger. If you guys are noticing, this situation is bigger. It will need us to chidima the whole situation. Let's just wait and see. It will need us to really stand up and say what's going to happen. Once these guys are found not guilty, it needs to be like a situation where we're going to, can you deal with the people that dealt with this? Because they are costing the country. Now there are monies that are supposed to be paid with to these people. If not, some of them must get free. They must be let free because it's a lot of money. Of which now I want Bongani to have that money. Including, I want Bongani to have that money. Bongani suffered, guys. Bongani suffered. Do you understand? So in the state, I don't know how those people were thinking. Anyway, let's go back to cell phone data analyst. The cell phone data analyst Kesana that started, that did what you call internal training. Now the question is, who trained him? Where were they studying? The person that was training him, where was that person studying? Do they have a degree? Or at least a master's degree in telecommunications engineering? Before people come here and call them experts, kanti basichazela go attend training here 2 days and have attendance register. Now we are expected to treat them as experts. Abostain. Do you understand such things? Like, guys, izinto that went wrong when it comes to this case, and then we are not expected to say anything. We must keep quiet and allow the case to go. Kukho abantu who will tell you, no, shut up, listen to the case, allow that. No, we're not allowing damn thing. We will give our opinions. We're not allowing nonsense. Because Hussein came here and acted as if he was chest out and confident in his expertise. He was chest out expertise. He presented damning evidence in the Senzo Meyiwa case against Ukele Kumalo and the accused. And he's a seasoned expert police data analyst, according to police. He's a seasoned expert, Gesan. Lo attended in-house training. For in-house training, seasoned expert. In-house training, though. I remember Judge Rata was asking him about previous acceptance of his evidence. The way Hussein affirmed and was chest out Kesana in confidence that his evidence has never been rejected anyway. Do you guys remember? Judge Rata asked him, he was chest out like, no, confident that no, my evidence was never rejected anyway. But again, with the credibility had been put to test as doubt were raised. regarding the accuracy of the cell phone evidence and the inclusion of pictures in the report. There was a lot, guys. There was a lot. Later, after him being chased out, he testified that accused number 5, Ufiso Kuhlentulu, made phone calls to Senzo Meyiwa's then girlfriend, Kelly Kumalo, weeks before the shooting in October. And then he said the first call was made in August, and then followed by another one in 15 October 2014, right? And then Umshololo came out, challenged the authenticity of the whole situation, the cell phone number linked to her client. And Hussein admitted that the phone number in question was not registered in Toli's name, casting doubt on the accuracy of his evidence. Himself now. And he clarified that Brigadier Gininda, not himself, had primarily established a link between the cell phone numbers and Ntoli. Did you guys hear that? Brigadier Gininda. He clarified that Brigadier Gininda, not himself staying. Brigadier Gininda had primarily established a link between the cell phone numbers before the cell phone numbers and accused number 5. Do you guys understand? It was Brigadier Gininda who did the linking. Hey! That was last year in August when he was saying these things, guys. That was last year. He even went as far as saying, no, the suspects knew each other. They communicated before the shooting. EP evidence. Then he was asked by Mshololo during cross-examination to, in her probing, she asked him whether Stein could personally verify a connection between the numbers and the accused. I remember Mshololo said, so your evidence that these numbers are associated with Mr. Ntulu is not correct. Brigadier can testify about that, said Mshololo, ne? And then during the re-examination, the state prosecutor advocate George Baloyi Stein explained his methodology for linking communication between accused number 5 and Kelly Kumalo. Now, do you hear where Ubalo is coming in? But now he wants us to act as if he was never part of the shenanigans here. He wants us to act as if he was never part of the shenanigans. Listen to this, guys. This was last year. Mshololo says, so your evidence that these numbers are associated with Mr. Ntulu is not correct. Brigadier can testify about that, said Mshololo, ne? This is after this guy said, He said that Stein could not personally verify connection between the numbers of the accused. Right? And then Stein was like, no, Brigadier Gininda is the one that established the linkage between the accused and the numbers. Not me, Stein. And then this one, Abatungu Baloyi now, he wants us to believe Ukuchena he had nothing to do with this. He is innocent of anything that has to do with this. He clarified that the phone number in question was not saved on Kumalo's contact list, indicating a possible indirect or clandestine connection, right? And then while Stein expressed confidence in his expertise and evidence during the testimony, the cross-examination had brought forth crucial questions about the accuracy and reliability of the presented data. So even last year in August, there was doubt about his evidence. It didn't start now, guys. It didn't start now. And yet, Ubaloyi continued to want us to believe Ukuthi Kelly Kumalo and accused number 5 connected and spoke and planned the murder of Senzo Meyiwa. Do you understand this, guys? And now Balo expects people to believe ukuthi he had nothing to do with this. It's news to him. Njani? It's not news to him. He knew about this. Oh, he damn well knew about this, Ubaloyi. He knew about it. Let me read your comments. Shiron. Okay, Lindsay, where? Morning, NoniM. Morning, Mami. How are you? Shiron, hi. Stein and Biggie took chances on towers and telecommunication issue. One qualified GSM engineer will demolish their basic understanding. Rata must be probed through a commission of inquiry. Bona. Let me drink my water first quickly. Yeah, when it comes to that, I wish a defense will get someone who's gonna not talk about Stein's evidence or anything. He will be asked question, can ABCD happen? We had someone here who's an expert. Can this and this happen? No, this is what happens. I have a degree in data analysis, blah, 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 blah. I want someone who's gonna come and say, this is how it happens, this is how it happens, this is how I have a degree from Stellenbosch University, from Wits University, computer science degree, whatever. I want someone who's gonna come. Until now, I studied IT. Not Laba, the in-house training. Nope. I don't believe in them. Ubanele Mahlangu, aka Bane, no, neither evidence was cooked before they didn't think the defense will ask questions that need Vodacom clarification. Now, boom, the evidence doesn't correspond. Exactly. And it hasn't been corresponding from day one. It's just that we did not have what you call we did not have Vodacom's evidence, which is exhibit J1, to compare the two. That's why it sounded believable. But at the same time, us, me and you and others that use the Yamukod, we were like, con in the off. It may sound believable, but ikon in the off lana. Ikon. So we knew ukuthi ikon into engahlangani. Yabo. So it did not correspond from long time ago, and even then they were busy with cooking. It was not cooking correct. And then Uwelile Blomut, I so wish to know how Kelly will testify since she has been exonerated by the defense. I'm sure her statement will be very questionable because of this cooked together. Hold on a sec, I'm coming. I just want to switch on the machine again. Quickly. The way I do not trust Kelly Kumalo, guys, now I don't have faith in it. I love her music. I'm a huge fan of Kelly's music because her vocal can do the things, ne? Yes. But I don't trust him, Kelly Kumalo. Kelly Kumalo has said a lot, ne, about the situation. The only thing that can make Kelly Kumalo trustworthy at this point, because she has lied. She has said a lot of things, man, where today she says it like this, tomorrow and then those details allegedly are not making sense. She once told someone in an interview that her 4-year-old at the time saw the people and said, those are the uncles that killed my daddy. And then if he remembers, Galoko allow him to be interviewed, they go courtroom with a psychologist, and then he will tell us what happened. We all know what's going to happen, okay, if that happens. If the son is brought, I know. Because a psychologist will deal with him psychologically. They will go and fetch. The psychology will go and fetch the exact thing that happened, and the child will bring it. Is this thing a plate, guys? It will be a tray. We will know exactly what happened there in that house. Do you understand? And then she also once said that she doesn't know the guys. Fine. Now when it comes to that, I believe her. She doesn't know the guys. Sharp. And then she wants like there was a lot of things that she said, and then she's been saying she wants her day in court. Do you think when she kept on saying that she wants her day in court, she was saying that knowing that she was gonna be called, or she didn't know that her name is gonna come out as the mastermind? Kuningi mani okuyenzekelayo behind the scenes, yabo. Then those things, they make you like not trust Kelly Kumalo ukuthi which side is she's gonna fall on. I don't know, man. I don't know. But if push comes to push, I'm sure she will choose herself because she has children. She loves her children. She's a good mom. She loves her children. I'm sure she will choose her. The mama bear in her will force her to choose herself. Because now, bazothina abantwana bakhe. Do you understand? So nje, I wonder if it defenses Zombizo Kelly Kuma. It is since state singambizanga, may we have Kelly Kumar. And I wish umgomezulu into azoyenza ne mabeqeda aba. Hey guys, ansazikhaleli surprises yazi. Mabeqeda laba. Okay, we are done with him again. Now we are done with Gininda. The case says we are folding, we are done with our case. And then it's your turn, guys. I want the defense to apply for section 174 actually. Close the case once all together. And then if they don't win, because Urata might not make them win. Do you have a? Section 174. Criminal Procedure Act in South Africa encompasses the right of an accused to be discharged from the offense he has allegedly committed, where at the close of the state case, there is no evidence on which the court may draw the accused to the charge. So I wish they will apply for this. Section 174, but there's no evidence that is linking our people. And then we sued Ratauzotini. If not, if they don't succeed with that, then they call their own witnesses. They must start with Kelly Kuman. But it's still Kelly Kuman. But it's still Uli Shaban. But it's still General Sibia. But it's still who else? Still Chico Twala. Still Ulongwe Twala. Bonke abangaba bizang still Maphiri. Still Umakumalo. Do you understand? And then Stella Christian Kumalo. Bathi nje basogqiba bathi Stella bame ngezi zabo bame ngabantu babo bathathe badile nale situation. And then when they are done with that, uyabazi bacele bani? Bacele ubaba ka accused number 1. Yena who dealt with Ugininda. Ugininda went to his home. So ubaba ka accused number 1 must explain, but they drove all the way from Johannesburg to KZN. Does that even make sense? They drove all the way from Johannesburg, no accused number 1, to tell his parents arrested. To tell his parents that he's arrested. And then they need to tell us the conversation. Ubabake. He must tell us the conversation about what happened there in that conversation between him and Ugininda. And how many times did they come to their home? What did they say? Ubaba ka choose number 1 as. On top of that, they need to call Ubaba ka Zungu, the biggest storyteller, Ubaba ka Zungu, Absolute Zungu. They need to bring him. And then after that, they go to Ndanzi's Capitec situation. They deal with that. Another case of fraud might exist there. Do you understand? Because there's no way Ndanzi can be paid on the 25th and then on the 25th there is nothing that says he was paid. Hello? No transactions. Ah. And then we say, Capitec, please do the things, though. Please kindly do the things. And then after that, who else? They must call. Abanye abantu are not necessary, guys. Abanye abantu are so not necessary. Okay, let's see. Ngwenya Sibusiso, morning Sibusiso, Untombi Kubon. I think Kelly was in on this. It was a chance she was willing to take. Well, uzosibona mtas. But Kelly will be rich of this case 36. It's 636, ne? Yes. She will deal with the state back. Well, yeah, she will, if she gets arrested for whatever reason on 375, she will go to this prison rich. Kelly Kuma. She will run things rich while in prison. South African fan and horror pure at heart. Good morning, Noni and the Nonis. I think Steyn will leave the court stained if only the judge won't be descending into the arena. Bona, you are so right. Chances are very high of that happening. Very high chances of that happening. And this judge might not even allow him to speak. The judge might not even allow Steyn to speak, guys, the way he is. He might even try to close him, to shut him up. Did you see the last time? What are you going to talk about? You don't even know. Let's wait for tomorrow. I am waiting. I hope the defense already has Steyn's affidavit. I hope so. Who's banging your walls? I had a television set there, so I had to remove it and put it in my room. That's why it's like that, the wall. Yeah. It's Sarah Kelly posted a bad spreading video. What you mean? What is that? Good morning, Gomezu. Good morning, Gomezu. Good morning, Hlakadla, Unjani. Sonje, let's not get surprised tomorrow. A lot can happen. Steyn can come back and say, don't include me in this nonsense. I know nothing about this. You saw me, I was reading for you from last year's evidence, where Steyn was like, it was not me who made linkages, it was Ginenda. You heard that, right? Sure, we're not doing. Sonje, that's so sad to me. That is so sad. Well, what was I saying? Okay. So Steyn admitted that the phone number in question was not registered in Duli's name, right? That alone was casting doubt on the accuracy of his evidence already. That was last year. And then he clarified that Brigadier Ginenda, not himself Steyn, Brigadier Ginenda had primarily established a link between the cell phone numbers and Ntuli. So Steyn will come here and be like, no, I never said that. I know nothing about numbers and linkages. It was not me. He said it last year. I don't know what this judge wants because... No, man. This judge will tell us, no, I listen. I know the evidence. But when it comes to him exercising the listening that he does and the knowing that he knows, he fails us this man. He fails us dismally. I'm telling you. So He's gonna come. Don't get surprised tomorrow if Hussein is like, guys, I know nothing about any of these things, guys. I did not put any numbers. I just added things. It was Gininda who added. Don't get surprised if he says that. Do not get shocked. Very, very clear what it can happen. Ntombi Kubonintan's bank statement was dead It did not tell us anything. Exactly, it was empty. I hope Uramsipile has gone to the bank to request for the real statement that has the real things. Oh, good man. Stein is only back to the remove stains he made. You will see. Stein will not include himself in that soup. He won't. He will deny. Allegedly. But sorry, let's wait and see what happens tomorrow. But now, I foresee him saying, I have nothing to do with this. Do not include me in this. I know nothing about numbers. I did not do the linkages. It was Gininda because he already said so right last year. And then he's going to say it was Gininda, it wasn't me. Just don't include me in that, please. And then we are back to square one. Baloyi must answer. Why did you use the evidence knowing that there are discrepancies? Because now that's where I want this whole situation to move. Why did you use the evidence? Ubaloyi, Usibanda, wait, Upinki, they had a meeting and talked about this. And they saw it fit to come and do a presentation of this evidence, knowing very well there is something very wrong with it. And then he comes and gaslights us and says that the defense says there are contradictions and there are none. She says. Yo, guys. Yeah, he gaslights us, saying that we are misunderstanding the whole situation. We are misunderstanding the whole situation. And you are like, Haibo, sir, we were all listening to Pinky. What you mean we are misunderstanding? Pinky's evidence says that there was no contact between Kelly Kumalo and accused number 5. Where now on the other side you have a stain that says in his exhibit, oh, there was contact. What is that all about? Why did you present that stain situation knowing very well it's wrong? Because Pinky now has divulged that. You knew. It's there on the knowing that it was wrong. Do you know what else I'm just thinking? Is that Ubalo is going to be like, by the way, it was not me who presented that thing. Do you understand? Let's do you a favor, sir. Yeah, ne? So Ubaloy can come and say, no, I was not the one that presented the evidence. It was Sibanda. Hey. Do you see? Are you guys thinking what I'm thinking? He can say it was not him, it was Sibanda. He was not there, He was busy. He was not in court at the time. So he doesn't know what was being said by Pinky. But wait, Pinky is new. You are the one who led Stain, knowing very well there is some discrepancies. What were you hoping for? What were you hoping for? Do you understand? So nje indaba yakhona is said, and is said nje, no one wants to take responsibility for it. Like literally there is no one who wants to take responsibility for it. Nobody. Nobody at all. And then on top of that, when he says Stein is going to come to clarify, he comes with 15 pages. How? Why do we even need new pages? Why? Why do we need 15 pages? We must clarify on what we have. Don't give us new pages. We don't need new pages. We don't need new pages. And then you are making us suspicious when you are doing that. Do you understand? He comes now with new pages and the judge has a meltdown. It is new evidence because, and Ubaloyi Kesana does not shy away from lying in the courtroom. He lies a lot. He lies a lot and he will gaslight the heck out of his defense, Kesan. He lies a lot in that courtroom. I remember the last time Umnisi was, when the documents were new, the new documents were given, he was like, these documents constitutes of new as new evidence. And then it was a back and forth situation between him and the judge, not even Baloy, because Mr. Judge knows everything, guys. Umnisi said the legal representative, his legal you know what, Ujaji, hi guys, Ujaji is an embarrassment, I promise you. Umnisi was arguing ukuthi the defense could not make sense of what these documents are because we did not need documents to start with, guys. We did not. We have documents. Ustein is just gonna come and clarify things that are on documents that we have. So why did we need new documents? And then Umnisi was like, from where I'm standing, this constitutes new evidence which the court has ruled that it won't be a part of this process. If these documents were already there when this witness came and gave his testimony initially, they should have been made available to us. For what he has to come and explain today should be also based on the documents that are already forming part of the court record. Now we've got new information that the state wants to introduce through the back door. And the judge was not happy with this, guys. Where am I? It has not been explained to us what is the purpose of this document, he said. And then he told the court he needed to consult with his client before Stein testified because he needed understanding of the documents. And then Ubaloike stated that the documents would be used solely to explain the relevant evidence that required clarification. And he said, obviously, that cannot happen in a vacuum. He is going to use certain documents to explain that. That's what he says. Both Stein and Baloy denied that the documents were new evidence. Nyabava, 15 pages that time. They are saying it's not new evidence. Okay. And then Mgomezulu was like, I'm also puzzled. I'm also puzzled about the new documents. Looking at these papers that we were given, it shows that there is something new that will pop up. That's what I foresee, the defense lawyer said. And the judge jumped in and said, are you a prophet? Are you a prophet? Are you a prophet? When? Being sarcastic there. And Umomezulu suggested that the prosecution failed to specify whether the evidence would be clarified through oral or documentary means, stating that this lack of clarity was unfair to the defense. The state should be transparent enough to the defense. They should tell us that in their application that we intend to clarify this part of the evidence by tendering certain documents. But the state, as it's always the position, likes to take us by surprise. We don't want to listen to this evidence before knowing what is in this document. Uyamazu judge, he moved with that. Instead of saying, are you a prophet? Oh, you don't want to listen to this evidence. He was having a meltdown. From there, he got angry. And that time, Umgomezulu had not even said, can this man please write us the affidavit? Uratake started having a meltdown. After that one was mentioned. Remember, all of this is after the defense pointed out inconsistencies between Stein and Vodacom forensic liaison supervisor Pinky's evidence. The defense counsel accused the prosecution of fabricating a case and threatening to lay criminal charges. And then Ubalo started tatazeling and trying to come with excuses for the situation. The discrepancies pertain to the phone calls between accused number 5, Fiso Kuhlentuli, and Kelly Kumalo in the lead up to Meyiwa's murder on October 26, 2014. It alleged that Kelly Kumalo received 2 phone calls from Julu before Meyiwa's murder. According to Stain's evidence, the first call was made on the 2nd of August 2014, followed by another on October 15, 2014. Pinky, however, testified that Kumalo received calls from 2 other individuals, not Ntuli. And those individuals, guess who were there? It was Athamo Fukati and Senzo Meyiwa. Yes? And now they don't want us to talk about that. They don't want us to talk about that. They want us to pretend it didn't happen. It did not exist, guys. So initially, the state wanted to bring witness back to clarify aspects of cell phone evidence, but now they are giving 15 pages. Kunzima, guys, kunzima. Guys, can we please kindly like the live? 36 likes, 54 people in here. Come on, guys. Come on, my people. Oh, good man says, I have a problem with the gun that's gone for ballistics testing. Sir, all of us do. This is the problem. The gun is gonna, in my view, in my opinion, I wouldn't be surprised if the gun comes back saying that it is the gun that killed Meyiwa. But I am hoping that the expert will say, will have access to the pictures and everything that speaks about the wounds of Senzo Meyiwa. And then that is where the defense needs to concentrate on. Okay, you are saying this is the guy, the test comes back saying that the gun is positive, sharp. Now let's talk about the wounds. When you see the wounds there, as an expert of firearms, can you tell us those wounds and the firearm, do they match? Bayatumetana. What kind of a firearm that was used there? Those are the questions that I expect defense to ask. They must deal with that part, like literally that part, and say we wanna hear. And then when the evidence of an expert does not correlate with that of the gun, it's been cast and there's nothing they can do about that. So I'm worried, not worried at the same time. I'm actually not really worried. I already know that chances are it's gonna come back testing positive. And the other thing that I still question is, Kininda stood there in that stand and said, I do not have the firearm, it's in the safe. Jiggy, the firearm was doing rounds in the courtroom. Where was that firearm coming from? I did not hear that part. I wish someone can tell me. Who gave it? Who said, yeah, it's with me? Where was it with the prosecution? Was it with Mangena? Why? Where was the firearm? That's what I want to know now at this point, because that didn't make sense for Kininda to say he doesn't have the firearm jiggy. Now the firearm is circulating in the courtroom. That, ikonindwe off there. Ikoninde off that is illegal happening there. That one, J, is very questionable. I might not be a law person, but or a police officer, or even a court officer, but something is off in your situation. Why would a Kininda, who's an IO, say it's in the safe? The next thing, it's circulating in the courtroom. Who had that firearm? If it's Baloy or Sibanda, please, they need to be investigated. What was it doing with them? Okay, if it was Mangena, because Mangena was also present, what was it doing with Mangena? Because Kininda knows it as it was in the safe. So what was it doing there with them? Any of those people, what was it doing with them? That's a question. I felt like that was something the defense missed on, because they should have said the gun would have The gun situation would have been gone by now if the defense dealt with that right there and there, because it was happening live. They should have asked, sorry, Your Honor, sorry, my lord, something is happening here. Wait a second. What do you mean? Kininda just said that he doesn't have a gun. Jiggy, the gun is being circulated. Where is it coming from? When they say it's coming from Sibanda or Baloyi or Mangena, they'll be like, whoa, wait. How do we know now that it's the right gun? Do you understand? There's a lot of things that could have happened there and worked for the defense, but they missed that opportunity. Sometimes okay, but so far, what is that one thing that links the accused to the commission of the crime? Because according to what I'm following, nothing is pointing to the accused. There is nothing. Where there is nothing, Brian. There is absolutely nix. Nothing. Utumi. They have wasted everyone's time. I think we all need to get relief fund after. You mean we must apply for a certain grant, ne? Even the high that we were having. You are right. Well, I went to listen to the ballistic evidence, and according to my understanding, the accused were exonerated. Kuningi yamdase, kuningi. But now, even if it comes back saying that the firearm is the one that actually unalived Senzo Meyiwa, we must also now have a shooter. The so-called shooter, who accused number 3, was nowhere near Phosphorus. And the cell phone data analysis evidence, they cannot separate him with his cell phone when they feel like it, because if that is the case, they will need to separate Ukeli, Kumalo, Unduli, and everybody else with their cell phones. If that is undoable, then that is undoable even for accused number 3. So, accused number 3 was never near Phosphorus at the time of the commission of the crime. So, how then did he become the shooter? They will have a firearm, they won't have a shooter. Uyabona isadness yes story. Isadness yes story uyayibona. Kuningi yanyana. Untombi Kumensisuni, can you please find out why is Muzi accused number 1, but number 3 pulled the trigger? I guess it goes as to how they arrested them. They first arrested Muzi. He was arrested on the 30th of May 2020. And then Ubongani Ndazi was arrested on the 16th of June 2020. And then accused number 3 was arrested in August. I think he said August. Yes. August, somewhere between August, they kept coming and going to him. I think it was July, August, somewhere there. And then accused number 4, Yena situation happened sometime in September, I think. And then they added to accused number 5 last. And Yena wabatshela ukuthi choose a middle finger. I'm not giving no statement. I don't even know who the hell is Senzo Meyiwa. Don't you dare, please. Please, Yena accused number 5 did no statements, did not comply with anything. Yena. He said, I'm not doing it. Statement for what? I don't know who Senzo Meyiwa is. So that has nothing to do with me. But again, they arrested him. He was like, no, didn't you come here for Mutelesi? Jiki, now you are coming for me. Can't you ban lo mtu oyenze lento yena? Ay, ningang I choose number 5 yena kaBhenywa siyonsango yena. And clearly I choose number 5 does the things when he gets paid, ne? He doesn't just go around a copy number. Because if he was that kind, he's dangerous, ne? But the danger that he is in is when you pay him money to go and do a job. He works at work when he's paid. But now for him to just say, ungijoyela kabi lonke ndinga ngenhlamvu, uZulu umkwatisile. Do you understand? Your legend, ulate mtase, ufika mangizophuma. You will catch up, ne? Please do catch up. Kindly like the live, guys. Now a legend, kindly like the live. So nje, situation yakhona injalo ke guys. Inshallah, inshallah, inshallah. Okay? Inshallah. We are podcasting, ne? I think I must do another podcast here after this one and talk about something else. Yeah, so guys, those are my thoughts about the whole situation. We are all like, what's going to happen tomorrow? Whether guys, the way kuthiwe bengine-ways to get even i-connection ngifumane i-statement sika le affidavit ka who's this person sika-Stain ngiyifunde nami engizonifundela nami ngiyifunde. But hey, we can't have access to such. It's still in court ongoing. Yabo. Guys, can we kindly like the live? Some lift off. Unoni is leaving. I love you, all of you. Thank you so much. Guys, I want us to do a live after this one here on this channel. I want us to talk about the Chidima story. Do you guys want? Are you game? Are you gonna sit and listen? I also have views. I'm a South African. What are your thoughts? Can we have a live and talk about the Chidima drama? What are your thoughts? We don't have to always speak about the sense of aid. Can we go and relax our mind and speak about things that are affecting our country? The Chidima story. The Miss South Africa drama Chidima story. When I wasn't watching Miss SA, I saw that someone else won, and apparently Enompumelelo was deserving, blah, blah, blah. They gave it to this other Mia Percy girl because, yeah, there was a lot of things that they were saying. Anyway, I'm not interested in that. Not a beauty pageant person, but what are your views there? Anyway, I'll see you on our next live, guys. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye. Are you catching up when... Okay, thank you so much. Let's do another live. I'm going to close this one and then we'll go straight talk about that one. I'm going to do another live because I know there's a lot of things that happened there. Like literally, there is a lot. There is a lot that happened in that situation. I know we won't be like too involved like that, but yeah. Thank you guys. Bye.